Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth. Flipper, you know, I've had a lot of questions lately about the USPS shipping adjustments, cost adjustments that are coming January 22nd, I believe. And I've done a little bit of research on them, so I want to talk to you a little bit about those and answer your questions that I've got anyways, and talk about those and talk about some sales as well. We've got 16 sales headed out of here today for a decent amount of money. We'll do 4 really quick and then talk about those changes. Let's take a look. Y'all remember those marbles that were sitting right there forever? That reminds me, we need to do this. Sign this. We're going to auction this off for charity. I got to remember to do that. Fleet. Maybe we should do them all. We should do 4 of them together. That might be fun. Anyway, these marbles right here were the last bit of marbles left over from that lot. We are way in the profit here. And this last batch we put up on auction, and it sold for $49. I was hoping for a little more, to be honest with you. I was hoping for around 60 to 70. But you know what? You put up on auction, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. $49 plus shipping. Yo, I think Pepper missed the last video. I don't think she was even on it. And she's back in here for treats. What am I doing? Oh, I know what it is. This Larry Zonka signed picture right here. Pretty cool. I like that one. That one is a sale I have not aired yet. I like that a lot. And it is going to come out in not too long. It's going to come out. I don't know if I'm going to do this. It's a private pick. I don't know if I'm going to do this one on the Garage Sale Nation channel, if I'm going to do it on Commonwealth Picker. I got to see how much footage I have left still before springtime, you know. So that one actually sold for $45. Sold a couple of G.I. Joe items today, and I think that, yeah, they're going to be, I think they're, no, one's from here and one's from up on the top shelf in there. I'm going to have to get this off and dig through it out here and add to our total for the A Real American Hero sale. So this right here, it's this card for Spirit with the gun and the backpack. And this is, I got to read this. This is funny. Birthplace, Taos, New Mexico, by the way, $17 and change plus shipping. $14 profit brings us to $2,184 from our total over here. But check this out. Charlie is a shaman or a medicine man. He's not a healer or a priest or a witch doctor. There isn't any equivalent in our culture for what he is unless we had shrinks that could actually help people. I mean, I never knew these things were so sarcastic and funny when I was a kid. Now I get a kick out of reading them. 17 plus change plus shipping. Speaking of G.I. Joe, I wanted to show you something really quick. This right here, and I think this came, I'm not even positive, but I think I know which sale this came from. Check all these G.I. Joe comics out. And I think we're gonna do like 3. I might sell that one separately. It's kind of cool. It's really cool cover. Somebody should frame that and put it in a room somewhere. And it's edition 100. So a little bit of damage down in the corner, but all these are in pretty decent shape. This is 22 through 69 and 1 through 18. And I think we're going to do a couple different auctions. They might be running by the time you see this. And I guess there's the count right there. We'll put them on auctions. Anyway, so 22, it's telling you what's missing. So, anyway, I just want to show you that because they are really cool from the 80s. And they're G.I. Joe. They did not come from that big giant lot, though. Next item's been in the store a while. Or maybe it hadn't been in there that long. But it's from a sale a long time ago. It's from one of the best sales I've ever been to. Pretty sure that's where I got this. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think so, because the grip was pretty worn, the original ping grip. And sold a golf club in the middle of the winter here, because I'd like to see where it's going. It's probably going somewhere a little warmer, Florida, Arizona, something like that. And that ping, old ping putter, sold for $34 plus shipping, and people ask all the time, so I'll tell you really quick. Shifting away from USPS shipping tubes, and those are a little tight anyways to get some things in, but the SupplyHut, now you're not going to use this for any large clubbed head, so at the end of the club, this, well, you know what, those might work, all those might work, but you're not going to get a driver in there. So this one should have no problem whatsoever getting in the SupplyHut box. The 4x4x48 box. Should have no problem whatsoever getting in there. And we'll ship it out like that, and we'll do it UPS. And it will not cost as much as people think. I mean, I ship this stuff out all the time for under $10 sometimes. So, love these boxes. I've been using them for my posters as well. If you want to take a look, they're always over there. SupplyHut.com, code Commonwealth, 5% off. All right, y'all, I don't have a setup here in the Supply Hut just yet. I hope to have a setup in here soon with better lighting going this way and maybe a microphone, and I'll start doing this kind of stuff in here a little bit. But in the meantime, it's going to have to work for now because I've got a couple things going on in the Commonwealth cabin right now. So we're going to do it this way today. Let's talk about shipping a little bit. I'm going to read you what came from Pirate Ship. Some of you may have already seen this. And Pirate Ship is a platform, for those of you who don't know, where you can ship and get basically the same prices as eBay, sometimes a little lower as well. They do cubic ship, you know, cubic shipping rates and whatever. And there's different platforms, you know, Rolo Shipping Manager you can use. There's different places that you can use to do your shipping. And this is the message they sent out. And I'm just going to read parts of it and then interject a little bit and ask for your opinions on a few things as well. USPS has announced the new rates for anything shipped on or after January 22nd. There's that date. The good news is that compared to the USPS rates you're paying now, many shipments will actually see price decreases. And that's not something we have heard in a long time. And in the era of inflation, especially, you could take this one in two ways. This is, you know, signs of maybe the slowing of an economy, which would be bad, of course. But you could also maybe take it in a slightly different way. You know, the government is trying to not cause more inflation. They're trying to settle inflation down. And while the post office is a separate entity, it would not shock me at all to use all of the government's agencies to try to slow down inflation. And one of the major drivers is labor, of course. And so USPS has made some changes to, I think, reduce their workforce by stopping shipping out these massive items. And that's going to continue, and you'll see that they still don't want bigger items headed out. They're going to charge you more. So that trend is increasing and continuing. But let's get to the rates themselves here. Zone 1 and Zone 2 are splitting. This is interesting, I think. I don't think it'll have huge ramifications, but you know, I think they want items to not travel as far. Fuel costs for one, right? So there will now be different rates for the destinations closest to you within 50 miles compared to destinations a bit further away from you, around 50 to 150 miles. Next one is something that, you know, I had a video about. I still have it, I guess. And that's regional rate. So regional rate A and regional rate B are no longer going to be a thing. The boxes still are. So if you want to go, if you like those box sizes, go ahead and go to USPS.com and get those boxes, and you can have them forever, and they'll ship out normal priority. Now, first class is always important here. First class package rates are staying around the same cost on average. There are some small changes for each rate, with some shipments getting up to 4% cheaper and some getting up to 4% more expensive. Now, I haven't dug into that, but I can almost assure you that that means the closer ones are going to be cheaper and the farther away ones are going to be more expensive. And remember, there are those 4 tiers: 4 ounces, 8 ounces, 12 ounces, and then below a pound. So there's the first class is, look, I think this is all good news, to be honest with you. The fact that it's not going up again like it does every single year, it is to some degree going up, but I think overall I'll take this. And of course, priority mail, everybody's big one, right? Priority mail, believe it or not, you're gonna see some decreases in a lot of priority mail shipments, which is good, because at this point, a lot of priority mail shipments, they're more expensive than using UPS, and I'm not even talking about the ones that are over a cubic foot. A lot of them are just cheaper using UPS. So that's all good news with priority, at least in my opinion it is. Now, there's a couple little issues. Over 2 cubic feet now, over 2 cubic feet, prices are going up. So no more increases over 1. They already did that, massive increases, but now over 2, there's another bump, and then there's no more increases to those surcharges for 22 inches and what's the other one, 30 inches, 28 inches. So none of that hike. They keep what they already have. So it's clear that the post office still doesn't want big items, and they're putting a hefty price on really big 2 cubic foot items as well. And then parcel select is going to go down as well. I rarely use that, but we'll see what the rates look like. It's possible they don't get the kickback for the shipping. It takes longer. You know, some people I see are using that a lot lately. And then international shipping rates, a lot of them are going up really high. So that might hurt a lot of you international shippers as well. 6% I think is a number I saw. And I think I saw higher than that for some, but anyway, that should give you a good picture. I think overall this is fairly good news compared to what I was expecting. So I'm pretty happy with that. Next item, actually there's 2 of them, but they sold separately to different people and they're not identical. They are right here, and I need to air this sale. That was a fun day. I actually got these from Honest Tim and sold 2 of them. The boxes aren't in great shape, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It still works, right? These 2 sold. The Charizard and I don't know, y'all, I'm not Pokemon, although I have a surprise Pokemon find I gotta show y'all pretty darn quick. Mewtwo, is that how you pronounce that? Everybody's out there laughing at me. Paul, I'm sure. At any rate, I'll take what I can get, right? Let me check the prices. 40 plus ship, 45 plus ship. That's what we got from 2 totally different people. And I want to say I paid $10 each. And somebody else knew their value, but they walked away from them because they thought it was too much money. I'm like, well, you know what? A lot of people like to pay for $1, you know, buy something for $1 and flip it for 20. And they'll walk away from 10 into 40. And I'm like, you know, 10 into 40 is more than $1 into 20. Just saying, you know, I'm all for $1 into 20. I'm all for $1 into 10, but I'm not going to pass these up because they're $10. Plus it was, you know, my buddy, so I had to give him a little cash. Got an man headed out of here to help somebody's store get moving, of course. That's what they do, you know. Get those eBay stores moving. Hello, Kevin and family. I finally got one. He says he's a reseller. He's from Connecticut called Nutmeg State Picker. Came across your channel a while back while on bed rest after a medical issue. Thank you for everything you do for the reselling community, and I hope this year to get to meet you at one of the reseller events. Can't get enough of the Trash to Cash podcasts. And I await a new episode. So Dave and Carrie have been talking about an April Trash to Cash meetup in Las Vegas. I haven't committed to it yet, but we'll see. And of course there's other ones, and we do our Garage Sale Nation stops, and we're going to be announcing those. Matter of fact, if you have some sales, big giant sales around you in the spring, those massive garage sales, those highway sales, go post them over on Garage Sale Nation. We'll put them on our garagesaleNation.net website. And maybe I'll pick one because I want to go. I want to go to maybe 6 or 8 of these this year. Thanks so much to Joe. We appreciate it very much, and I hope he gets things moving for you. Decided I would run a sale on things that have been in the store for over a year. And this Victoria's Secret bra, new tags. I paid $1 for a bunch of these down in Gastonia. Obviously more than a year ago. There you go, retail $54.50, and that's sold. Pepper, you can't be getting close to these now. That sold for, well, it was listed for $30, 25% off, so $22.50 for that one, plus shipping. You're getting down, girl. Come on. There you go. I'll get you some treats. How many of y'all have been around long enough, I think 3 years, to go back to that massive Fontanini haul we had? We were selling Fontanini. We sell like 5 a day. It was crazy. And this is actually, believe it or not, leftover from that. It is the only piece. Now, I've sold a few other Fontanini pieces. You know, I come up here and grab them. Matter of fact, I still have one right there. I didn't know that. That's my last Fontanini piece, but I've bought them from different places. This one came from that original lot 3 years ago. That's how long this one's been around. And it sold. And it sold for $23.75. You absolutely gotta love it when they're already in the styrofoam. And you know why I think this didn't sell? I don't think I had the scale. Fontanini did stuff in different scales, and it's always important to have the scale out there. So, at any rate, it's gone. Finally. Didn't even know I still had it. Haven't sold any Creative Memories in a while. This is one of the bigger albums. Creative Memories, a lot of it doesn't sell well, so be careful, but some of it sells really well. This one right here, I think, is it that one? It's the only white one I see, so it's gotta be that. That's a big one. We only have 2 big ones left, so this has got to be it, right? Almost like a wedding album or something. Anyway, that one sold $28.95 plus shipping. Had someone a while back ask me how to ship these, and they said, you know, can you just bubble wrap them and put them in a bag? And I personally wouldn't do that. I hear Pepper. You know, maybe I would if it was, you know, a small one with plenty of bubble wrap and it was inexpensive. But somebody's paid, you know, out the door, $40, $40 some dollars for that thing. And there's 1090, 1092, 1095, 1097, and 1095 is the biggest of the boxes. Somebody asked me, I think they were saying that they wouldn't fit in one of these, and I'm like, yeah, it actually does. It fits in the 1095, the biggest one, barely, but it does fit. And I would not use one of these. Somebody asked me about using a record box. I would not use that. It looks like it's possible, but too tight. But these boxes can be a little pricey, and you can get these things for free. So I buy these by the 200s, and so you can get them, you know, 45 cents a piece or so for the record boxes. But that's how you want to go, 1095 with something like that. Take this chance to thank Christina Cincinnati Treasure Trove for buying plans for the Commonwealth Picker shipping table over on CommonwealthPicker.com. Had another ARAH sale. Real American Hero. Marty, you're a real American hero for selling us this stuff. And that case, empty case right there, sold for $30 plus shipping, and we're going to add it to our total. Let's see, $30 plus shipping, so $25 after fees. And $2,209 so far after fees, after shipping. Next item is something you know I have a weakness for, and that's those old flags, those house banners. And I usually try to pay $1, maybe $2 for the older ones, and they don't sell for much, but viewers seem to like them. So, and since viewers like them, I probably buy them more than I used to. I'll even pay $2 or $3 sometimes for some. And this one right here, this little leprechaun, this little pipe, sold for $12. I probably paid $1, sold for $12 plus shipping. And see what I mean? Viewers like them. So we had a couple of viewer sales, maybe 3 today. Hi there, my husband and I watch you every evening before bed. We love to watch you and Harry Tornado. Well, I won't hold that against you. So, but if you, I only do 5 shows a week, and he does 2, so there's, you know, every night before bed. There you go. Thanks for all the advice. We are a blended family as of 2020, and our store is called The Blended Closet. I like that. Best wishes to you and your family. I love seeing the kids and the puppies. Maybe one day my husband will get me a Shih Tzu. Ooh, she's putting the pressure on you, Billy. You better get her one. Billy and Vicky, Mechanicsville, Virginia. I'll tell you what, can't get you a dog, but I got a cat you can have. Not this one. I like Pepper. Boots. Anybody want Boots? She's a pain in our butt. She just doesn't behave. She doesn't do anything right. So if you want Boots, just let me know, and I'll meet you down at Walmart. Seriously. Sold a Blu-ray, which, you know, we don't do often, but we do. And it is, I gotta find it now, Jurassic World. And people told me that these stickers are from like Black Friday deals or something at Walmart, and they're sealed. So there you go, $9 plus shipping on that one. And it went to a viewer, and he had a question. We had a statement and a question. First he said, was hoping to find your merch here. Wanted a hat. Well, the merch is over on CommonwealthPicker.com. That's why Reagan says don't forget your sticker at Commonwealth Picker. So you can go check it out over there. Real question though, when you mark how much you spent on paper, could you explain more in detail of how you do that? The way I'm doing it is tedious. Thanks so much. God bless. And I'm glad you asked that question. This is actually a common misconception. This is not how I keep my books. Not at all how I do bookkeeping. And I've listened to people doing shows and they're laughing at me for doing my taxes this way or whatever. I'm just like, we just keep this for the show's purposes because it's fun to keep track of a particular sale that people might remember over there on CommonwealthPicker.com or Commonwealth Picker, on the Commonwealth Picker YouTube channel. And these are just generalities. So if this costs 30 plus shipping, I'm saying after fees, it's going to be about 25 bucks. It's actually probably always a little higher than what I say because I'm getting a little kickback on the shipping. But you also got to pay fees on the shipping. So anyway, that's what that is. It is just for the show purposes. You know, you need some system though. If this is the system you're using, unless you're selling like, you know, one thing a month or two, you know, that's not what you need to do. You know, and so I've been talking about my Reseller Genie for a while, but there's other options out there as well. I just suggest them because you can grow with them for sure, right? Pepper says, forget this. I want my treats. There, Pepper got her treats. So some people use a spreadsheet. There's some that you can pay for. There's some that are free. Some people, some people use bookkeepers. I mean, if you're doing massive volume, you're probably better off, you know, selling 150,000, 200,000 a year. You might be better off using a bookkeeper, depending on how good you keep your books otherwise. You know, if you're selling $500,000 worth of stuff, get a bookkeeper for goodness sake. But I like this because you can grow it with the business. You know, you can start off here, hobby, and learn it. And as your business grows, Pepper, I just gave you your treats. You're knocking over your namesakes here. Look at those cute kitties. They're not begging for treats. They got theirs. At any rate, code Commonwealth, all caps, for 15% off. Reagan's going to be here in a minute, and we're going to do a giveaway. They called me up, Paul and Faith sent me a message the other day, and they're like, hey, let's give away a free 1-month trial. So we're going to do that in a minute. And you have ruined everything. You got to get out of here. I'm going to give you away with boots. All right, I got both kids in here today because there's no sale for you today. I didn't see anything over here that, well, I don't know, Pokemon, but you don't like Pokemon all that much, do you? Y'all went and saw a movie today.
Yeah.
You saw, what'd you see?
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots. And Turner came in here and told me it was highly inappropriate and there was bad words.
It was
just,
rated PG.
Yeah.
It was rated
PG.
But it is bad. It would be scary for little kids. No, and they didn't say a bad word. They like bleeped it.
Like the words you hear Mama say all the time?
That's not a bad word.
Like the words you hear Mama say?
What word?
Y'all aren't listening to
Both
me.
of those aren't
But don't you hear Mama say those all the time?
You do too.
Not me.
No, but then they like bleeped it. They just put bleeps.
Not everyone. There was one bad word.
Oh, no, there wasn't.
All right, as much as the viewers are enjoying this, we are going to talk about one thing that sold out of the CommonwealthPicker.com store. What'd you get?
Sarah got a fanny pack.
A fanny pack. And you are holding a My Reseller Genie card. And what I want to do here is we're gonna do the very first. We're gonna use Turner here. If the very first person to tell us the answer to this question we're gonna ask in just a second is gonna get 1 free month of My Reseller Genie. Okay? And we're going to do that here. Let's see. I got a good question for them. And all they need to do is just put it in the comments below, and then I'll look to see who the first one was. And then I'll leave a message for them, and they can contact me on an email. And then we'll tell them how to get their free month. The question is, Turner, what is your... You can't say it now. What? The first person to tell us who your favorite football team is in the comments below is going to get that free month.
I even know this one. Nope.
And I'll tell you who went. No, you can't say it.
Okay.
Because they got to know it.
Know.
First one to put it, it'd probably be Ivan. Anyway, thank y'all very, very much.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
And after those treats last episode, look who was waiting at the door, huh? When them kids left, huh? That's Warren, huh? They thought you were cute in the video the other day. That's what they said. He says, I don't care, give me a treat. Wallen was sniffing around these boxes back here, which reminded me I need to get through them. And so if you ever send something, it might be months before we ever get to it, FYI. Side Hustle Preacher from Zach. Thank you for the very kind message. I really do appreciate that. You all can pause it and read it if you like. I read it, but thank you. These are 2 cool stickers, so we'll put them up. One back here and then one in the supply hut out there. There we go. Put those up and we appreciate that. And of course the sealed VHS. Y'all, I tell you what, this is the one thing I have started collecting. I really need to find a place for it. I gotta put them somewhere, y'all. I don't know where, but I gotta put them somewhere because I've already filled up 2 drawers worth. I might have to build in the supply hut, like on the back wall, like a display shelves or something. But one of the best of all time, of course. The Green Berets with John Wayne. Very cool. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. I'm trying to see. Look, there's the watermarks on the front. Thank you, Zach, and thank you. You're in the Discord, the Trash to Cash Discord, so we appreciate that. My wife pointed out to me after she did the shipping that I forgot quite a few things here today, so I'm just going to pop them up on here because I came in here and shipped them out really quick. So Radio Shack battery, well, I helped her. $24.90. Liberty bag on 25% off discount. Probably shouldn't have listened to begin with. $3.75 plus shipping. A Yankee hat. I don't even remember what that sold for. I think it was like 12 bucks plus shipping. And some Zumba sticks. So you're seeing those right now. Thank you all for joining us, and I can't wait to see you next time.